Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer is Best, and that is my wife, Mrs. PIB. She's putting some Miracle Grow on some tomato plants we got. We just get, I don't know, 2 or 3 tomato plants and put them in some of these buckets. It's actually cheaper to buy tomatoes than it is to, right? Than it, than it is to grow them, but you know, it's kind of fun, and we got these buckets, or big old flower pots here with got dirt in it already, so what the heck. Anyway, today's episode, I'm kind of reluctant to get started on it. By the way, if you haven't seen the video where I'm putting this edging on, watch it. If you want to, I got all this stuff at the auto parts store. Let me bring you up to speed real quick. If you're new to the channel, I haven't had this truck long. It's a 2003 Chevy Silverado Cat-Eye truck, and I've got these wheels on it. I was going to clean the truck, but they're calling for rain tonight and tomorrow, and I didn't go any further out on the forecast because I don't want to know it. So anyway, I got a little bit of time before the rain gets here today, and hey, y'all let me know what about these wheels. I really like them. I'm getting used to it. The truck sets up a little bit higher than the wheels that were previously on it, the weld wheels, and the wheels kind of stick out a little bit more is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it should I like it. The tires are better, and pretty happy with it. Getting back on what I'm doing, my wife Mrs. PIB has wiped this down with alcohol, and I'm going to try my best. It's kind of porous. It just feels really, porous, like a sponge or something feeling. It's kind of rough textured. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, I got the same color paint as the truck. I went to the paint supply store, had them mix up the correct shade for this truck, and it is let's see, well, I thought I seen it earlier. Hang on a minute, guys, I'm going crazy here. Well, I guess we'll go by that. But anyway, I've already done, just to make sure it was right, I put a little bit in a Dixie cup and a Q-tip, and I just kind of touched up a few little places on this fiberglass cover. And all this tape that you see is where I don't know if I finished the conversation. My mind is drifting. But we got this stuff at the auto parts store. This cover didn't have the trim. It had fell off, or somebody got mad and pulled it off. I'm not really sure. So I got some more trim, put this on, and it's supposed to be self-adhesive, but it is not. Some of it is, some of it's not. So I had to get some super glue and with a real small nozzle, and squirt down in there. So that's what all this tape is. And I'm going to leave it on with this painter's tape. It's probably actually already dry, but I like to err on the side of caution. I hate to do the same job 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to mix this can up, shake it up real good, and dang, I wish I could tell you the color, but I just can't. Anyway, it's the same color as the truck. Like I said, not meaning to waste your time. I'm going to tape this up. It's going to take me a while. I got to tape up all around this door, all this, and I'm going to give it my best shot and see what I can. In my opinion, it's got to look better than this, right? Now, I know a lot of people has made comments saying they just pull this stuff off, but I'm going to try to keep it on. That little splash of chrome there, to me, kind of separates, this truck's one color, and it, kind of separates it there just a little bit, makes it look a little bit better, in my opinion, but, that's just my opinion. So, let me get at it, and I'll show you something when I get something done. Hang in there, guys.
Okay, we have it taped up and ready to go, and we got our paint shaker shaking the paint.
Okay, guys, we are trying to transfer all this newspaper and tape and stuff over here. Mrs. PIB is helping me, and boy, she is a big help. How come you look bum puzzled?
Oh, I was going to use this piece of tape right there.
Oh, okay. Well, you can. It don't matter. I tried to transfer it all over here so we don't use so much tape and you don't have to.
It still sticks, so why not?
Yeah, it still sticks, so why not? So she's helping me do that. Thought I'd show you this side real quick that we got done. I'm hoping that you can tell a difference. You know, it looks better. Remember, it was brand, well, probably better to show you again what it did look like. This side is the worst. But remember, it did look like this. And some down through here. So, to me, it looks better. I had my doubts at first. But it looks much better. Kind of, the paint matches the truck pretty good. It's got a little bit of sparkly in it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but let's see. It looks good. I mean, it looks better than the brown, and kind of makes the truck, I'll get it here in a second. Hang on, guys. Got this new phone. I cannot get used to it, but it looks better than the brown. I mean, I'm trying to make the truck, it's a 03. All my stuff is old, guys, and I'm just trying to make it look like it still has some life left in it. That's what we do here at PIB's house. Mr. and Mrs. PIB, primer at his best. So, let me help her tape the other side, and we'll see what it looks like. And I got to tell you, there's a bunch of honeysuckle here. I live in East Tennessee, and you can just about cut it and put it on a biscuit. It's so thick.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Really? I mean, it's really thick, is what I'm getting at. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but I got to tell you, it's really thick, and it bothers my sinuses pretty good. But I try to do something. My wife and I try to do something, at least, something during the day on an old car or an old truck, and make it look a little bit better, a little bit better. So I'm really impressed with this so far. So I'll get back with you. I'm going to help her tape this, and then I'll get back with you in a minute. And we're listening to Casey Kasem. If you're an older feller, yeah, American Top 40. We're listening to that from May 1st, 1976. And I was telling Mrs. PIB Elvis Presley would, in just a little over a year, he died in August. I think it's August 2nd. I could be wrong, of 1977. So I'm hearing some Elvis Presley songs on the little radio we're listening to here. Of course, I had to turn it down, but a lot of people, Neil Sedaka and stuff. Do y'all remember Neil Sedaka and stuff like that? Bad Company. Anyway, it's pretty good. Anyway, we're jamming over here, guys. See y'all in a bit. Okay, guys. Thanks to Mrs. PIB, my wife's help. Got it all taped up. I got it painted. This was the worst side. I turned the truck around because at the time the sun was out, which it's not now. And I was trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. I put a bunch of coats on this, a lot more than I did the driver's side, because this side was the worst. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way it's set in a carport garage or something. I don't know. I don't know the history on this truck. But it looks much better than the dark brown that was all down through there. It kind of matches the truck pretty good. I'm real proud of the way the old truck's coming around. It's just little things like my wife and I were talking about. Just little things makes a big difference, and you can't see, that's why I turned the truck around. This side looks pretty good. But anyway, well, since I've had the truck, a little over a month now, maybe 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, something like that. What have we done? Just to refresh your memory, if you're new to the channel, we've replaced the headlights, turn signal lens, you know, all the lights, tail lights on it. The tail lights, well, all the light lens, you know, the housings were looking pretty old. You know, this is a 2003. It's 20 years old. The new taillights made a huge difference. This is probably dry by now. I've done this earlier, putting that glue in there, we put this on. Made a big difference in my opinion. And what else have we done? Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, wheels and tires. We put these LTZ wheels on that I've been saying I was wanting to put on it. Made a huge difference. Had the front end aligned, had the oil changed, rear end dope checked, and all that stuff at GM1038 on YouTube. His name is Brian. Check out his YouTube channel, GM1038. I think you will find him very entertaining. I do. One of my next things I'm going to do on this truck, I guess I mention it just about every video, but every time I think about doing something, it's calling for rain. I just heard the radio report a while ago, weather report, and here in another hour or two. But I'm going to take this out and paint all this in here. That aluminum looking thing in there around the radiator, I want to try to make it where you can't see that. I mean, it's not bothering anybody, but I just try to make it look the best I can. Also, I've been working on trying to match up this dash. Remember, this was black. It was just black like that. Only big place right there that was just black. Well, I'm having a hard time getting paint to match, so I'm going to try something else. I mean, this is not, I mean, it looks better than just the black. I mean, it's kind of a little bit harder to notice, but I know it's there, and you know, there's got to be a shade that's closer to this somewhere. So I'm going to see if I can fix that sooner or later. I'll get to it. And oh yeah, we had the whole truck detailed. If you're new to the channel, had my friend Junior. He does this for a living, and they washed, waxed, detailed the whole truck. You know, done the engine compartment. Now I've got videos on that. I'm not going to bore you with it, but if you're a new person, hopefully you'll be a subscriber. You can go back and look at it. But these wheels, I tell you what, I really like these wheels. They look really good on this truck. The next thing I was telling my wife I'd like to get is this piece here. I know I've mentioned it a time or two, but the previous owner, somebody before me, has messed up this lower part, this plastic piece, and I'd like to get it fixed. You can see what's kind of drooping down. So I'd like to get that part fixed, put a new piece on. This one did not come with the fog lights, and that's okay with me. I mean, I just want to put it back where it, you know, it looks decent. It's an old truck. It's 20 years old, where it looks decent, where you're not ashamed to. Let me say it again. I've rode in some stuff that didn't have floorboards. I mean, and that was my everyday driving car. No floorboards, no nothing. You know, I started to say, you know, that you wouldn't be ashamed to be seen in it. But I've most of my life, I haven't had 2 nickels to rub together for most of my life. So I've rode in some stuff that most people, I don't know why they're so proud or whatever, but I mean, I've rode in stuff, as long as it would run and stop, I was tickled to death. You know, I had recap tires, and I'm trying to remember all the vehicles I have had. My dad helped me put floorboards in a 63 Ford Fairlane. As a 4-door car, the floorboards were gone, and him and I got in there one afternoon, and we cut some sheet metal out and put sheet metal in, so I didn't so you didn't have to hold your feet up. I mean, that's kind of stuff that I've had lots of times. Volkswagen, that the floorboards is gone, you know, just stuff. I reminisce about stuff that I've had that I thought, how in the world did I get from point A to point B, you know, from home to work and back, you know, without breaking down and stuff. But the Lord was watching over me. Had recap tires, you know, that the that's all I could afford was recap tires. And the whole sidewall come out, you know, big old bubble. And I remember running on the side of driving, let me say that again, driving on side of the road, you know, doing about 10, 15 miles an hour. And I had to go like 10, 15 miles, you know, in it. And the tire didn't blow, fortunately, but they replaced it with another recap tire. But I mean, I didn't have another spare. I didn't have nothing. I mean, every week that I went to work, it was, you know, my check was gone paying bills, you know, buying food, paying rent and everything. I mean, it's a real struggle. But fortunately, you know, things have changed for me for the better. I'm actually riding in something that has AC, you know. It actually has decent tires, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm trying to tell you life is good, but sometimes it's a little bit rough. But anyway, I'm sorry I got off on that, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to make this truck and all my other trucks, the other 3 square bodies I have, the 78 Chevy truck, Billy James, and the 84 C10 truck, a left turn Bill, and the 85 truck with the name of Tyler. I'm trying to make them the best I can on a budget. You know, there's not going to be no all out, go out and buy all this stuff like you see on some of the TV shows. This is the real deal here, where I kind of think people are somewhat like my wife and myself, where we have to save up. You know, my wife said, well, how much is this piece here? And just a minute ago, and I said, well, you're talking, you know, right around 100, you know, 100, a little bit more than that, you know, so we'll have to save up for that. You know, we can't just go out and start. I didn't notice that was, it must have got hung up on something's what messed that up, I'm thinking. I just now seen that. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I got off on that. You're watching Primer at His Best, and my name is Jimmy. Appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to my channel. Mean a lot to me. The molding looks so much better to me. I mean, it's not brown. It looks great. If you'd like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And I'd like to get a new windshield. This one has a crack. As my wife and I always say, cha-ching, 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 which means spending money, spending money. But that was on there when I got the truck. But anyway, I'm looking at things that I'd like to fix on the truck. But I never have had a truck like this before, you know, a extended cab. This old truck runs pretty good. It's got 222,000 miles on it, and I'm real proud to have it. I mean, heck, real good compared to some of the ones. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a whole lot better than some of the stuff that I have rode in before, and you know, they were my main vehicles. So I mean, you know, you only had one vehicle, and that was it. So you go with it. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. I'm sorry. You're watching Primer at His Best. I'm also on Facebook, Primer at His Best, and Instagram, Primer at His Best. And I want to remind you again, just in case you are new to the channel, this 2003 Chevy Cat-Eye truck, we're taking names. Meaning, if you have a good name suggestion for this truck, you know, leave me a comment at the bottom of this video of what you think we should name the truck. I always name my trucks and my cars, whatever I have. I try to give them a little bit of life, a little bit of personality. If you'd like to subscribe to Primer at His Best, you can submit a name for this truck, this Cat-Eye truck. So far, I have a Felix and Catfish. Either one of them be good, in my opinion. But if you have a good name suggestion, I would appreciate it. If you'd leave me one, something maybe pertaining to the truck, you know. So my wife's on the phone, if you're wondering. Let me get away so you can, I won't interfere in her conversation. But anyway, also, if you have an old car or an old truck that you'd like me to put on my YouTube channel for free, doesn't cost you anything, nothing. Stick it on YouTube for free. The whole world can see it. You can send me a video of what you're working on, what you just bought, what you just traded for. I know I say this all the time, but You know, it doesn't cost you anything. If you don't have a YouTube channel or something and you'd like to put your vehicle on my YouTube channel for free, send me a video. Walk around to your vehicle, talk about it, what you're going to do, what you just done to it, what you'd like to do to it, what you're saving up for like we do. Send me a video of it, 2 or 3 minutes long, to primertisbest@comcast.net, Facebook Messenger primertisbest, or Instagram Messenger primertisbest. I'll stick it on my YouTube channel for free. Please turn your phone sideways. That's very important. Turn your phone sideways like mine is, and that way you get a full screen. Please, no music, no foul language, please. And I'll be happy to stick it on YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything, guys. You can show, you know, your family members in a different state or whatever what you're doing, and you know, nobody ever makes fun of what anybody else is working on. Everybody has different standards. Everybody has different levels of income and stuff like that. So don't be afraid that somebody's going to say, hey, that looks bad or whatever, because believe me, I've had bad. I've had ugly. You wouldn't believe. Anyway, doesn't cost you anything. It's called PIBs. That stands for Primer is Best. PIBs, subscriber rides. If you're a subscriber, you're more than welcome to send me a video, and you can, if you've already sent me a video of your car or truck and you've made some updates, send me another video and let's talk about what you've done to it since the last time you sent me a video. Be happy to put it up for you. It's all in good fun. Man, this thing needs a wash job, but ain't no need in it with it gonna rain here in a couple hours. So I'm gonna hush. I bet y'all's glad to hear me say that. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'm just trying to tell you a little bit what we're doing to this old Cat-Eye truck. Hope the Lord is watching over you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so glad to be alive and be able to breathe and walk around and just be happy to praise God. Say bye. She wasn't listening to a word I say. Everybody says I talk a lot, and I guess I do, because she had tuned me plumb out.
Tell that joke.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you this joke. I'll tell you this joke. It's okay, here it is. Ready? Here we go. What did the snail say when he crawled up on the turtle's back on his shell?
For a ride.
For a ride. What did he say? Once again, what did the snail say when he got on the turtle's back for a ride? Tell him.
Whee!
Whee! You know, a snail is very slow, and the turtle's slow too, but the turtle's much faster than the snail. Get it? I don't need corny, but if you're real tired and think about it, you'll start laughing. When I'm real tired, I laugh at everything. So there's your joke for the day. Tell your grandkids or whoever, your spouse, your whatever your case may be. Hey, God bless y'all. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the next video. You won't miss any if you'll like and subscribe. Whew, I got that out. God bless y'all. See you.